There is still time to decide how to cast your vote in Tuesday's primary election. As your local election headquarters, we want to help you meet the candidates on the ballot, and today we're joined by Democrat Gina Burgess. Gina, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Sarah.
So we like to start this at least with getting to know you. So who are you, Gina?
Well, I am Fort Wayne's first Gen X mayoral candidate. I'm also the Democrats' first female mayoral candidate. I'm married 24 years. I don't have any surviving children. Fort Wayne, born and raised here in Fort Wayne.
And then if you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would that be?
My friends and I were talking about this because you asked that of all candidates. The first, they wanted me to say I am woman. So I said it. It depends on perspective. I'm pretty dedicated to anything that I do. I'm a strong advocate, an experienced leader, fiscal conservative. So there's lots of things going on there. Around my friends, I'm funny and practical and pragmatic. So there's lots of different adjectives to describe me.
So you've lived in Fort Wayne your whole life. What is your favorite part about the city?
Well, I haven't lived in Fort Wayne my whole life. I was born and raised here, and then I spent some time up in Auburn during the middle school years and came back for high school. But my favorite thing to do in Fort Wayne, oh my gosh, there are so many things to do. How can you actually choose? And it depends on the season. For example, in the wintertime, love Lebanon Park. I love that hill. Take a sled on that hill. That is awesome and amazing. Just watch out for the, the pond. Right now, it's spring going into summer, so Franke Park, the zoo, botanical gardens, Fox Island. So lots of good things. I like to swim, and especially in the summertime, and I like to swim in open water. So I'm kind of a lake person. So Fox Island is the closest thing that we have immediate here in Fort Wayne. So that's kind of my favorite all-time spot.
And so you're describing a lot of the big features of Fort Wayne, but what do you hope for the future of Fort Wayne?
Well, I hope to bring a lot more touristy type attractions to Fort Wayne, smaller things that can build up, particularly out in the 6th district. But all the districts need a little bit more of an oomph. There's been so much focus on downtown, and it's been a good focus, but it's time to get back to the neighborhoods. It's time to get back to the districts. And so we have a lot of little quirky things in Fort Wayne, and we have potential for more quirkiness. I'd like to see us do a little bit more build-up, especially out in the 6th district by the 469 interchange out there.
So let's go back to a little bit of a more fun topic. If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would that be? Oh,
hands down, my grandparents and my great-grandparents, especially my great-grandparents. Right now we've got the food to fork trend going on and the organic trend, and my great-grandparents were farmers. They were farmers out of Monroeville. So this whole notion of showing them how we've sort of evolved would be really, really fun. And then, of course, introducing them to technology, I think that would just be an absolute hoot to see how they would respond and react to that. And my grandparents too. I think not as, they were a little bit more, they passed away in the 80s and the 90s, so technology was just kind of coming into play. But my great-grandparents, especially my great-grandfather, oh my gosh, I would just love to sit down and say, hey, check this out.
So I'm going to go with a curveball right now. If you were to win the lottery, what would you do?
I would probably end up giving most of it away, actually. I've sat down with friends, like when the lottery gets to the really, really big numbers, and sort of mapped out what you would do, and a lot of it would go into investments, and then the investments, the interest earned off the investments would go to and take care of me and my family, and then different charities in the area.
Fantastic stuff. Gina, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Gina Burgess, Tommy Schrader, and incumbent Tom Henry are running in the Democratic primary for mayor of Fort Wayne. The election is on Tuesday.